This is David with the Paranormal Sessions podcast, and I'm doing a video that I thought someday I would do, but then in my mind I thought, well, it's not really going to happen. So this happened this past Wednesday night. So during the day I was doing some work in this office, and I was a little bit tired, so I thought, I'm gonna, lean back in my chair and, take, like a 10-minute nap or something. So as soon as I close my eyes, I see this little girl that looks like around, I don't know, like 12 years old, maybe 13, walking down like this road towards me. And I see her for maybe, I don't know, maybe 6-7 seconds or something, and then she's gone. And it happened so quick, so I didn't know if it was an evil spirit or maybe a little girl that died and she's an earthbound spirit. She doesn't know she's deceased. So I didn't think anything else about it. So that night I go to my routine. I connect to the other side, see what's around. Nothing there, and of course still there's no yellowish white light. So I naturally assume, okay, everything's good. Well, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I wake up and I'm just like, my arms are like flailing, and I couldn't figure out what happened. And after I flail for, I don't know, maybe just a couple seconds, I connect to to this evil spirit. Well, it's that person, that little girl, that is an evil spirit, and it had attacked me. And then when I woke up, because I'm connected to him, then I kind of see her, and she had to be no more than, or it's not, pretending to be a girl, but the evil entity had to be no more than about, I would say, 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet away. And I've only been attacked once, and that's when I was in a hotel Vendome and I had that evil spirit jump me. And I've had evil spirits really close to me, but no one's ever attacked me like that. I mean, I was sound asleep and I'm waking up with my arms flailing. And then, I wake up and I see the connection with her. And I was actually scared, because when I woke up, I was startled, but I wasn't scared. But then when I saw her right there, I go, that's the one that I saw earlier in the day. So as I'm looking at her, that's when I got scared. She had a look in her eyes looking at me like all the evil hate that she could have in her life, or in her being, like projecting towards me. And I could see, and I guess the best analogy I can make is that must be how serial killers look in their eyes, because it was like there was just nothing there. Like she's just there to like harm me as much as she can. And I bet I can live another 40 years and I'll never forget those eyes. She was just looking right through me. And I know my mom, she always had this saying about that people like really evil, they have like the eyes of a dead pig. I don't know why she had that, but that was always her saying. But it reminded me of that, because her eyes were just dead. But she was looking at me with so much hate that I could tell that like she wanted just to like have me die right then and there. There was no emotion. It was just strictly pure hate. And I'm only like 1.5 to 2 feet away from her, and I actually got scared because I thought she wants to come after me, but evidently, and I don't know, it's because of the good spirits around me or whatever. Maybe they stopped her from actually doing even I didn't really get harmed. I got scared and all that, but maybe they kind of like blocked her, so to speak, because I've never seen eyes like that where she just like burns right through me, like she just hoping that that I die right there in front of her. And that's what I focused on. I was looking at her eyes. I thought, I've never seen eyes like that ever, and I'm sure I probably never will, unless and that was the best analogy I could think of, is that it was like they had serial killer eyes. There was no emotion, but just pure hate coming towards me. And like I said, I don't think I'll ever forget that. I mean, I've been like with that shadow person kind of attacked me, but it was, I couldn't really see him. I mean, I could feel him attacking me, but her, she was right there in front of me, just looking at me. And I mean, when I saw those eyes, I thought, I mean, I don't know how you could have more evil in your eyes than she did. And then after it finally stopped, and she disappeared. So then I went up in the bathroom, got some water, and I'm walking back to the bed. And as I'm walking back to my bed, I see this huge shape of, I assume it was a man or something, but I mean, it was enormous. And I'm sure it was something else behind me, but I thought, I've already seen, this evil entity, attacking me. And I'm sure they want me to turn around. I thought, I've had enough. I've been scared enough for this night. I'm not even going to turn around and see what's behind me. So I just went to bed, and that was it. But I don't think I'll ever forget this, because I've never been actually attacked, and then they're right there next to me. Because she had that, I think she had kind of like a plaid skirt or something, if I remember correctly, when the little girl supposedly is walking down the road or whatever. But I've never seen that much hate before. I mean, that'll stick with me forever. I mean, you read about, how much evil, there is, and, evil spirits. But when I saw those eyes, I thought, that encapsulates everything that I've ever read about how evil they can be, because those eyes, I mean, I could just see that she wanted to end my life right then and there. And it wasn't like I could stop her or anything, but I assume it was, good spirit or someone holding her back, because that look in her eyes, I mean, I'm, if I would have like dropped dead, I mean, it would have been like nothing to her, or to it, I should say. I shouldn't keep saying her, because it's, just an evil entity. But seeing that, I mean, I was shook up. I mean, I was surprised I actually fell back asleep fairly quickly. And I know if I would have looked behind me, what that big shadow was on my bedroom wall, I go, that probably would have freaked me out even more. And I already thought, I've already seen enough for tonight. In fact, I've seen things that I never thought I would see. I'm not going to push my luck and turn around and see what's there. But from what I could see on the wall, that evil entity had to be about 8 feet tall, and maybe, I don't know, a couple of feet wide. I mean, it was a big whatever it was. And I'm sure it was probably, maybe that was another iteration, she changed herself into that or whatever. But I knew enough. I go, hey, I've already been scared once. I'm not going to like turn around and see something even worse. So then that's why, I thought, well, it's going to take a while to fall asleep. But I went to bed and nothing else happened. But I never thought I would ever be that scared. Like when I first, found out that I was a psychic medium, and there was all this paranormal activity in my bedroom. I was scared, because I didn't even know how to deal with this. I didn't even know exactly what was all happening. I'm trying to figure everything out on the fly. And I thought, I'll probably be scared sometime down the road, but not like this. I mean, I was truly terrified, because I'm flamingly waking up. So she had to have attacked me to wait, to do that, to have my arms flaying, because I didn't even know what was going on. And then, 1.5 feet to 2 feet away, there's there looking at me. And boy, those eyes, I mean, excuse me, I mean, they gave me the creeps. I go, that's got to be the look of like a serial. I mean, there was just hate, but no emotion. Like if I would have just died right there, it would have been like meaningless to her. Like, who cares? But that's why I say I don't think I'll ever forget those eyes. I don't care how long I live. That's always going to stay with me. But the kind of the ironic part is the other day, when I always go to bed and I always tell God, I want to see things, even if it's horrifying. I want to see more, so I can relay, like on the podcast. that these things exist. And maybe guys, okay, you keep saying you want to see this, well, you're going to see more. And uh, in a way, I'm glad I saw that, to show how evil evil can be. And then on the end, I kind of think, well, maybe I shouldn't have said it, but I thought, it happened. And the next time I see something, I'm gonna be able to handle it better, because now I've gone through this experience. Not that I want to be attacked, but I want to see more so I can pass it on to other people. And and the other, I shouldn't say strange part, but the following night, I start seeing the outline of the yellowish white light, and it's not yellowish light. It's kind of like a light white, almost like a weak flashlight on the ceiling or something like that. But I think it's coming back. But I assume that's probably why, the Holy Spirit River decided, because I keep saying I want to see more and more. And I'm going to keep on saying that, even if I get scared even worse the next time, I want to see as much as I can, to show people that, there is a heaven and a hell. You just don't die and that's it. You either go upstairs or you go downstairs. And that day when I got up the next morning, I go, I wonder if I should have just kept on saying I want to see him more and more. And then I realized, I'm the one that kept asking for it, so I want to keep seeing even more. And if it gets even more terrifying, I'm okay with that, because I want to be able to pass that information on. I mean, not that I don't have a whole lot of information to pass on, other than I was attacked, and I have my crucifix, I have my exorcist ring. I don't think I was burning a blessed candle night. Well, I did the following night, just to be on the safe side. But that's experience I'll never forget. So, people say, they get scared. Well, I've been startled and unsettled, but I thought it was going to be a long time before I was scared, and I was truly scared. I don't think I've ever been that scared ever. When I saw those eyes looking at me like, she just wanted to just rip into me and be the end of me. But I still went back, the following night, say, God, I want to keep seeing more and more. So, and we'll see what happens. But that was a learning experience, a terrifying learning experience. But, in a way, I'm glad it happened. So if I run into something more, I'm going to be able to handle it better, because I've already had this experience. Because I still hope, which it's kind of a long shot, but one of these times I want to be a lay person and assist in an exorcism. And maybe this is God's way of saying, if you can handle this, maybe you can go into the next thing. And a lot of people say I'm crazy that, you want to assist in exorcism. Well, that's not like the test, but that's what everything comes down to, the evil and good right then and there. When evil has someone possessed, and then the priest is trying to exorcise them. I know even after all the things I would see in the future, I'd probably still be scared somewhat, but that's the ultimate test, I guess, so to speak. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it, but I always just thought that I'm going to eventually get to that point where I'm going to assist in an exorcism. So I know this video's been a lot longer and I'm kind of rambling on, but boy, those eyes, that's got to be how a serial killer looks. I mean, there was no emotion, but just hate, hate just flowing at me. Like, I could tell she just wanted to come at me, and I assume that was the Holy Spirit or whoever was holding her back, because I could just see like she just wanted to come at and just rip into me. But I don't know if it was the Holy Spirit or whatever, but I thank God for that. But I've seen, that's probably going to be at the top of the list of the most scared I've ever been in my life. Well, I don't want to keep on rambling, so I appreciate everyone watching. Thank you.